So women's bathhouse, is that important? Do we care about, sexual liberation politics, but from a feminist perspective, how does it affect us versus how does it affect boys? Is this income security, is that a big issue? You guys want to talk about that? Housing?
Like, is that something Queer Ontario would do? Like, public sex spaces? Like, is that something that
Queer Ontario would definitely take on those type of spaces.
Yeah, like, that's something, that is something I would like to see.
Yeah.
Like, take on, like, public sex spaces are really accessible for men. Yeah, how that might happen more for queer women, I guess. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Queer Ontario is definitely not socially conservative. Like, it's not about equal marriage, and I think actually a lot of people who actually work for Queer Ontario are not the marrying type. Doesn't mean that they can't commit. It doesn't mean that we have the fear of intimacy most of the time. But it certainly means that it's about questioning the intimacy.
My name is Sparky, and in regards to Queer Ontario, a couple of things that we'd like to look towards visibility. As visibility can not only attract more membership and activism and participation within the community, but also just so people know about that Queer Ontario exists and gives them opportunity to participate or even donate or just be aware. Acceptance in schools, high school programs.
Okay. All right. So Ryan,
yes.
It's a fantastic evening. It was a pleasure hosting with you. Always a lot of fun. It was. And I was told we actually have pretty good chemistry. What do you think?
Well, we're the new Nichols and May. We're the new Stiller and Mira.
We like that. I think I can do this again.
Yeah.
Okay. So
launch another group and then we're good to go.
We're going to totally launch another group and well, you know what? Let's just finish launching this one.
Okay.
Because the event's not even over yet. So Queer Ontario, we're off to a good start. Yeah. I feel like this is a good place for us to sort of continue to talk about politics. Is there any type of politics that you want Queer Ontario to tackle for you? I know you're a political guy.
I am, and I think not a specific type, but I think there's a need for more radicalism. I think there's a need for more demanding instead of asking. I think there's a need for more advocacy instead of gentle dosing going. I don't know if that makes sense. I like action, and I think action is a good thing to do. We're getting some close.
I know. So what I'm hearing from Ryan is no more consultation, no more co-optation, and no more contemplation. It's time for action.
Yeah.
Less words, more action.
Do it. Don't think about doing it. Do it.
Should we protest? Is protest sexy?
Protesting is sexy, and it's kind of out of vogue, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like I kind of miss the 90s ACT UP era, and I'm sad that I did, and there hasn't really been an equivalent of that since. So make signs, get out in the streets, make some noise, holler, and it's always a good thing.
What would you say to those who've said, what are you guys complaining about? Don't you have all the queer rights? You get the right to marry, you have the right to adopt. Don't we have it all? Do we have any more battles left?
We might have won some things legally, but I think socially there's a lot to take care of. Walking down the street holding hands on Church Street is always a good thing and safe, but walking down in Scarborough, it's unsafe. If you go out of the GTA, it can be kind of unsafe as well. So
yeah, and so the queer kids who are actually growing up in Northern Ontario, or even anywhere like in Timmins or perhaps North Bay, even Waterloo, Kitchener-Waterloo, are they safe? Do they have a place where they can be themselves? Are they going to be sheltered from harm? Will they be protected from bullying? So these are
I will say they can be safer.
They'll be safer.
Is what I can say, and I think that's a good goal for Queer Ontario to have.
Okay. So battling homophobia in the schools is another issue that we have to tackle. Okay. Boy, lots of work to do. Okay, tonight we party, tomorrow we work.
Yeah. Sleep off the hangover, and then it's good to go.
Okay.
Queer Ontario, this is a message from Troy Jackson to you. This is what I think we should be working on. For me, personally, there's a lot of queer groups that are more charity status groups out there that can't advocate. They can't be punk about it. They can't be in people's faces about it. They can't be that stuff because of where their money comes from. Queer Ontario, I want you to help out there with schools. Help. There's a lot of homophobia in schools. I don't know how many of my younger classmates even go, that's so gay. That's a lot of homophobia there. That's where you need to start. You need to start with the youth. So this new branding you're doing, the website and everything, get that up, get that going, get that out there. Youth, go to youth. And why? Because that queer agenda that the right often refers to, yeah, there is a queer agenda. The queer agenda is human rights, justice, and equality for everyone. Not just for some of us, but for all of us. Queer Ontario, that's what we need to do. Okay? Thank you.
Various issues within trans rights and trans identity issues, and people that are two-spirited, non-gendered, in between, and also femme rights and visibility issues as well, because I think femmes definitely get whitewashed in between and stuck there. Yeah, so that'd be great.
Hello, Queer Ontario. It's Kristen Wong Tam again. So what do I want to see Queer Ontario do? I think it's really important for us to make the alliances and the coalition building that we've always done with, as queers. I want us to see us connect with anti-poverty groups, housing groups, health rights activists, immigrant, refugee rights activists, human rights activists. We've never been a group that's, I don't think we should ever be a group that only focuses on sexual liberation. We're only strong when we work together, and I look forward to working together on all those issues with you.